Out of 16 teams, someone's kicking their off winner. And I'm better than probably like 10 of these motherfuckers.
That was kind of Rhino big dogging all of them because he was the one screaming. If you watch those comms, I'm like, Rhino's a psycho right now. Like, I want to play with this guy.
Shouldn't call with me, bro. I promise you.
You better hope you don't see me coming, bro. You know I boosted your ass to immortal. I know you're hiding, bro. Come out.
Coming practicing for mini, Chef would message me. Why are you practicing, bro? Just to lose.
We're already completely off the fucking rails.
Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while. We here at Mind for the Game have been some busy boys. In this off season, as you know, as you've seen, we got a new king joining us here tonight. King of the Mini, his first 82L Mini, if I'm not wrong. Rhino is here on this very sad Monday following a Buffalo Bills defeat in the AFC Championship. Very sad Monday. How are you, Rhino? How you feeling?
I'm fantastic. The Eagles won. I won mini. It's all written in the cards. Potentially, Jalen Hurts is the best QB in the league, and we're going to the Super Bowl. So, like, it's a great day. Also, a Mind for the Game pod. I do also want to say to all our new listeners, we will be trying to cover heroic this season. I will be dropping some heroic coverage. I'm really in love with the league.
Where's this coming from?
No, I've been in there chatting with the guys today.
That's true.
I've been in there chatting with the guys today.
All right.
No. I'm fucking heroic. But yeah, we'll get to the other introductions.
Well,
that's all I gotta say.
It's been a while. I want to talk to the other guys here, but first, Rhino, I owe you on full blast. I owe you the biggest apology.
Come on, dog.
I owe you an apology, man.
Dude, you were flaming this guy so much.
For those,
this guy is so crazy.
For those who don't know,
privately in our group chat, you were saying some really nasty stuff.
Listen. Everyone knows that you gotta cook your boy. You know, you gotta mess with him. And I came out captaining as well, and I just shit on Rhino's team. I said he was the worst team in the division. He did a shit job drafting. Dude doesn't know ball. Worst, last place, bottom of the power rankings. And he won. So I'm gonna, I'm not one to ignore when I fucked up and made a mistake and was wrong about something. So I'm sorry, Rhino. You deserve it, man. You played great. You drafted people great. You drafted in game great. So congrats, King.
Listen, I have a great handle on the meta. All I will say is this: I love my teammates. I love my teammates so much, and I truly think this is the one team I had no issues with anyone on my team. Because every team I low-key hated somebody.
But you've teamed with such great individuals in the past. I'm so shocked you'd say that.
Well, no, you'd be shocked too. I hated on those teams. You'd be very shocked. But I truly think the mini formula is just finding people that you enjoy playing Dota with and can listen to one message, and that was it. Everyone just focused on winning, and we didn't drop a game. We looked dominant as fuck. I really wanted Chef stack. They dodged us, but. Yeah, no, I appreciate the shout out, Chef. And this dude was messaging me. I would be pubbing, by the way. Pubbing, practicing for mini. Chef would message me. Why are you practicing, bro? Just to lose. Yo, hey. I would be like, yo, man, listen, we have a video coming out on our Rhino channel about our mini journey. But yeah, no, I'm incredibly fucking pumped to win that fucking mini. Just to prove myself that I was still good. And I ran through some fucking safe laners that run as well. Shout out Barmelio. But yeah, no.
Shout out to Barmelio, guys.
Barmelio.
Yo, shout out Barmelio, yo. Hey, but yeah, that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say for now.
Amazing. Amazing. All right.
We're already completely off the fucking rails.
Love Barmelio. I gotta send him a. He asked me for someone earlier. I didn't get back to him yet. All right. Well, quick introductions. Connie, what's going on, man? My future teammate. Welcome back to the pod. Welcome back to the studio. You've already been yapping.
Well, I'd say it's official. We're officially on the team.
Oh yeah, my current.
No
teammate.
roster changes have occurred. Like we're in there.
I'll say future.
I'm excited.
Yet, but yeah, me too.
I agree with Rhino. By the way, potentially Jalen Hurts, best QB in the league. The potential of that would be if like 10 other quarterbacks got struck by a meteor. But he's potentially the best if that happens. So true statement. But I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. I'm looking forward to 82. I've been having a lot of fun playing with my boys, playing with some new people, some old people. It's been a blast.
Hell yeah. Also, new Immortal player, right? As of yesterday?
As of about 12 a.m. last night, yes, I did win my double down with Ogre Magi to hit Immortal. And I'm still there. They have not lost it yet, so I'm pretty happy.
They really give that shit out to anybody.
Listen, man, I've been grinding Dota for probably ranked Dota for like 10 years
before
at least
Blunted was born.
I mean, he was probably very small when I first started playing ranked Dota. I was legend, like 3K for a long ass time until the past like year and a half. And I am proud. I am proud of it, but I don't want to like, glaze myself too much. It's a nice achievement and I'm happy about it. So it's been fun. No,
right on. It's something to be proud of. Congrats. Last but not least, IPA. I know you had your own mini experience. I know you're also in a deep, dark depression about the Buffalo Bills not making it to the Super Bowl yet again. How you doing?
I'm good. I mean, yeah, it's tough to listen to Rhino audibly smile talking about his mini win when it required stopping us in the finals, but I'd honestly had a great time. I think we well outperformed expectations, and I think that's about all you can ask from the experience most of the time. So I really enjoyed how it went down. I was glad to meet some new people, play with new people, and yeah, I don't know. I hate to be that person, but I think the NFL fan base is overcorrected on the Chiefs hate a bit. I think there is definitely some gross shit going on, but I think, like many things, everyone's just overreacted to it and kind of taken it a step too far. They're still like definitely one of the top 3 best football teams and deserve to be there.
The person to be hating on is Travis Kelce. He is so fucking annoying.
He is so annoying.
I actually really dislike him.
Wait, would he be this annoying if he wasn't dating Taylor Swift? Is it Taylor Swift's problem?
I think he's
or Travis
annoying.
Kelce's
like the
problem?
way he all that annoying yelling he does, I find so obnoxious.
I don't think he's annoying, and I'm an Eagles fan.
That's a bad.
I think if he's annoying, then like there's a lot of other players that are annoying as well, like C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Like, I mean, I will
never ever hate on Gator legend, and actually, actually, C.J. Gardner-Johnson is from basically my hometown. Went to the same high school as my dad, so big shout out to him. I'll never say anything negative about him. Brevard County legend,
or AJ Brown, like everyone talks. Okay. I think if that's a reason to hate a player, that I don't know.
And the refs are cheating.
That's true.
That's the official stance of the Mind for the Game podcast. The refs are literally cheating.
True. That is true. That is very true.
All right. Last thing on football. Go Birds. Let's move on.
Go Birds.
Definitely.
America's team at this point. But all right. So for this podcast, I want to keep it under a lot of things to talk about, but generally, I think our topic is going to be team building. So everything we go through, just think about it through a team building lens, because I'm really interested to hear a lot about how you guys build teams in the preseason. We haven't done an episode in a little bit, and during that shakeup, we've got 3 new teams between the 3 of us. And I'm sure that we've all had like a little bit here and there trying to figure out what we were going to do. Maybe not me and Rusty. We've had it figured out for a little bit, but really interested to hear how you guys kind of like approach team building in general, what you think about it in 82L. I mean, I know that there's a lot of complaints for how it works. There's a lot of annoyances that you have to go through. People drop, they say they're going to play for you and then they drop off, and it's just there's a lot of shit to deal with. But I think it's also kind of a skill to put together a good team for a division that you think is going to have fun, but also, you know, be a good team to try to win. And there's also scheduling conflicts and all that bullshit. So interested to hear all this. Specifically, let's start by talking about what our teams are this season, because to be honest, I don't even know Rhino or IPA's team. Been a while since I got to talk to you guys. So Rhino, you playing in Conk this season or Champ?
I was supposed to play in Champ, but you know, some things happened, some things occurred. So currently I'm a free agent. Hit my line if you want to replace your offlaner. I can help draft. I will say I'm better than every offlaner in Conk and about 10 of those motherfuckers in Champ. And
You're
that's
really
my
feeling
resume.
yourself after this mini win. You're really feeling
I think I played incredible. I drafted, I shot called, like that was all me. To like, I asked anybody on that team, I was yapping my ass off throughout that whole tournament. Like, it was a prove it tournament. Like, I felt like Zach Bond. That shit was a prove it tournament to me. Like, I was on a prove it contract. It was either win that or retire, to be real. If I played ass in the mini, I was gone. Realistically. So
Okay.
yeah. That's how I'm feeling. Prove me wrong, somebody.
So you're not playing for anyone?
No, but I will be standing in for Frost, dismantling Spike's team on Thursday.
And who's on Frost's team?
That is Savage Spirits. That is Benny, supposedly supposed to be retired for the sixth time.
Wait, who?
It's the same team as last time.
It's the same exact team.
I thought they were done. I thought that was their last season.
Just jokes.
I would have
Oh,
figured
it was
with
a
all that
joke.
ranked grinding, they would not fit.
With all the rank grinding, they're all ancient.
I see. It was just a joke. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. All right. Word. Shout out Salty Spirits.
Shout out Salty Spirits.
All right, so-
IPA is seething. IPA is seething right now.
Oh, dude, I can feel it. The sand
That
Why
team
am I
should
angry?
be-
is coming.
Oh, that team should be in.
I'm just trolling. I'm just trolling. They
that team
belong
should be
in
in
Conk.
champ.
Oh, because of deranking? No, I can't be mad about that anymore.
Wow.
It's not allowed.
Nah. They
'Cause,
belong. They belong.
I dropped out of Divine right before the season started, so now I can't complain when other people do it.
Intentionally?
Oh, did you
Intentionally,
coincidentally
really?
end up at like a -1?
No. We are exactly 0, but obviously it wasn't intentional.
That's really interesting.
That's such an
Someone
interesting
should look
thing you
into
did.
this.
Wild Daddy?
I'm pulling the games up right now.
Nah, we're not
Yeah.
gonna get into that. That's not.
Actually, no,
real.
this is a fun game, Rusty. Pick any loss in my streak, and I'll tell you about the griefer that was in that game on my team. It's hilarious.
There actually are. These games look pretty bad. Unlucky.
Sounds like a
Gonna
little bit.
chalk
of
it up
coke.
to unluck. Nah.
I'll try the
IPA.
coke, but
IPA the goat.
I don't think sandbagging is real, so we can move on.
Guy who loses 10 pubs a day. I don't think that's real.
It's not real, bro. It's just not real. Prove it. I don't know. If it was real, people would be banned.
You do it by talking to teammates.
Whenever you press the mic button, you are cheating in 82L. That's my
so
stance.
True. That's actually
That's
so
my
true.
stance.
Yeah, guys, don't speak in pubs. You'll gain 1 million MMR. All right, so what happened, Rhino? What happened with your Chan team? Were you gonna play and then you didn't? Like, did you just not feel like building your own team? Like, how do you feel about team building anyway in 82L? Besides just this experience, I know you've had a lot to say about it in the past. We've watched the Rhino rants. I know you think there should be more kind of like power given to orgs in 82L, but like, yeah, talk to me about your stance on team building a little bit. Some synopsis of these Rhino rants.
I still agree with the orgs. Well, so the issue with it was, right, 8-12, the Restorian probably knows, they took a stance on orgs a while back, and WSSS, a lot of the Grin stopped like really participating in 8-12. The stance was basically the Rhino rule. You can't it limited captains so much on changing their teams in the middle of the season and late into the season. So, in my opinion, orgs should have that power. Anybody, if you're on an org stack, you should be able to be kicked at any point. And I mean like a history org stack, like WSS, Grin, fucking Watt, Golf, like I guess Golf now, like the newer orgs too. Like you should be able to get kicked. Like it's in good conscience. The whole team doesn't want you here. You should be able to get kicked. It would help so many late runs. a lot of these runs get fucked up because the team either dies out or one person is like mad at the other person. There's a lot of internal beef. We look at the golf stack last season, right? That team had a fallout late in the playoffs. If there were potential kicks and a new spark was had, who knows how far they go, right?
Oh, I don't know about a fallout. We're all still friends.
Not a fallout. I didn't say a fallout. I said there were internal workings in their Dota wise, not friendship wise. Dota
right, fine. That's
on the rift, right?
For the record, still talk to and play with everybody.
I can confirm that. And yeah, that would be my example, right? So I think orgs should have more power. I think singular teams, it's cool to keep the Rhino rule, but give orgs power, something to think about. In terms of team building for this season,
so you're saying that like orgs should be immune to certain rules that like individual friend stacks wouldn't be.
Yes, 100%.
And only kicking or anything else?
I think kicking and that stand-in fucking no. I would say kicking. Yeah, I would say kicking. I would just say kicking.
Okay.
Well, so hold on. So you do this. Is this roster replacements, but it has to be from someone else within the org?
Oh.
I would agree with that. That would make it fair.
That's the only reason to exempt orgs is if you're pulling from orgs only, right?
That would make good faith.
Okay. I'm down with it. You can pull people from higher or lower leagues if they're in the same org. Like at least it gives some validity to it.
It's 8-12 acknowledging orgs exist. Orgs are good. Communities are good. Look how good golf is doing. Look how good Wasted Time is doing. Right? Like these are communities that exist within 8-12. And 8-12 doesn't really give them any benefit for existing. But these guys sign up every year and are some of the most talkative / active players in your community. Why not give them a little? It's not really an advantage. It's more just like, okay, well, I don't know really what would it be. It would just be sort of like maybe people would think about playing in orgs more if these orgs were given some sort of buff, I guess.
I think it's a cool idea. I agree. I think it's a cool idea.
Every 1,000 messages I send in Discord, my team should get one free win added to our total. That would be fun.
Not that. I think it's a cool idea.
Jamie will be undefeated.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's cool because like a lot of org people like Grin and I don't know any of the other ones that still exist. It's really mostly just Grin these days. But they'll pay for like the intro fee or whatever it is. The just fee to play in 82L. They'll cover it even if they don't play. Even if there's not a player on the team, whoever's like the org owner will just sponsor everybody's 82L entry fee so that they can play for free, which like you said is inherently good because it sponsors people to play in the league then they don't have to spend their own money and it keeps the league growing. And while it's not a lot of money, sure some like young little high school kid doesn't want to have to ask for mom's credit card to play, so shout out Blunted. Yeah, I think it's like a cool idea to keep that to like give them some incentives. So good idea, Rano. But what about like just team building for you, like your personal experience in general? Do you find that it's getting harder and harder if you don't like really know people, or like just give me your general experience with team building?
I wouldn't say it's getting harder. I think the more and more I grow, get older, and also like the more and more I play Dota, I'm starting to realize it's a lot harder for people. It's a lot harder for new people to hop onto one mission for a long period of time than just people that consistently have that trust in you and like know your rapport. So I would say the people that I have that trust built in usually have teams going into the season or usually have stacks in mind. Whether I'm involved in those stacks or not, it comes out like late or I'm like in contention for the stack, like in like maybe. But I think in terms of me trying to build stacks, I always gone for the flashiest player in that stack. If you look at all my I don't really care. I think I wouldn't say I garner some respect in VCs, but like no one's talking crazy when I'm in the VC or like I feel like you're gonna get checked. Like I feel like so the players I've gone for, like they were toxic in community / in the game. but they were good players in my opinion. Like they were going to die on the Rift for me, and they would also play 8 games a day. I love that in a player. Ooh, if you're toxic and you can play 10 games a day, come over here, message me. I'll turn you to a beast. Like
Anybody in mind?
something
Any pub degenerate spammer in mind who's toxic?
No. Hey, listen. Can we say his name? Like, are we allowed?
Nah, we don't have to.
Shout out Brody though. Shout out Brody. You know, but I hope he's well. But yeah, no, he was basically my Travis Hunter, and I was his Deion Sanders, realistically.
See.
Hold on. Wait a minute. We need to clarify something here because Rhino said if I'm in the VC, no one's acting up. What? You teamed with fucking Rough Panda and Subaneer, and we all heard it. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah, you said
Hey, Rough
Blunted
Panda
was
got kicked-
screaming
Nah.
last
Rough Panda,
time.
okay. Rough Panda said some crazy shit and got kicked the next week, right? He got kicked off the team next week. If you look at the comms got leaked. He was kicked off the team. He did not play another game, right? That boy was gone. They got leaked.
Wait, let me defend
The,
Rhino. Let me
the
defend
word
Rhino.
cloud?
Listen.
He was gone.
Word cloud got leaked. He got kicked instantly.
The word
He was
cloud.
kicked.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with any of that. If you do that shit in front of me, you're gone. They were not doing that shit in front of me.
Also,
I promise you.
if you guys listen to the comms from that
I agree
one
with you.
season, if you listen to the comms from that one season, that was kind of Rhino big dogging all of them because he was the one screaming. If you watch
Yeah.
those comms, I'm like, Rhino's a psycho right now. Like, I want to play
Not
with
doing
this
that
guy.
shit in
I
calls
wanna
with
play
me,
this
bro.
guy.
I promise you.
Yeah.
And once it did scream though. Once it did scream, I was like, sort of like, I like that shit though.
Yeah, but you
I like
mellowed
that
out
shit.
a little bit when it came
Yeah, you
to
got to.
OTF. You were like the old guy in the room, so I
I
feel
was the
like
unk.
yeah, you like had to be chill. But and the team with Subaneer and Rough Panda, I feel like you definitely screamed at them. I remember. I wanted to
Had to.
record. I wish I recorded it. I kind of.
That team will go
Yeah.
down in history as one of the most toxic teams in existence.
Easily.
We couldn't even pub together. It was like the stories we couldn't even pub together. It was bad.
You made finals on that team, kind of.
Yeah, we
That
were
is-
cooking.
Crazy.
Replaced
We
half
were
the
like,
roster, but
they in comms with me. 5 players. They would all listen to comms. They would die for me, bro. Like they like I have not really been in a friend, quote unquote, friend stack. It's always been like this is a Rhino stack.
Tentos.
Tentos, yeah.
OG
was my-
Tentos.
OG Tentos. I was not the alpha on that stack. It was Sherry, big Sherry. Like he was the best player on that stack for sure. And I
Nah,
love that stack. Oh my
Defy
God.
was the best, bro.
Defy was a
the
monster,
best.
but he could only play Pudge, and he threw the game off that. So
No.
Liam was looking the best.
Nah,
but
Defy is the goat.
Defy's a monster. Shout out Scone. But yeah, no, all those were that was my first friend and only friend stack. Every other stack I've been on, it was like introduced as a Rhino stack. You're running a Rhino stack, and that's really what came with it. Like, except IPA stack. The IPA season, I took a back seat, and IPA was like the captain, the shot caller, and
Actually,
I
that
just
was the
didn't show up
season.
to games.
That was the season Fatality was drafting, and I did want to kind of ask you because that was the season. It wasn't like the full friend set because you replaced Cloud, obviously, and he like he's part of that vibe. So I was curious. Do you think, like, it sounds like you felt like you underperformed that season? Do you think the fact that it wasn't a Rhino brand is part of the reason you underperformed? Is you didn't feel like the ownership because it was
I definitely think I would say that I think it's harder to. I think me and your style and understanding of Dota is so different. Like I can play against it, but it's hard for me to play in. And there's people like that. Like Chev, I understand what he wants to do in the game, but it's hard for me to play with him. You know what I mean? There's players like that and captains like that where I just notice like what IPA wants to do is right here. And I'm trying to fix my game to help his game, but I'm just playing worse. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that season, if you look at, and then I feel like it countered it as well, right? Where you tried to play my style. Like I think halfway through the season, you were like, okay, something's not working. Let's try to give you Rhino these different heroes. And then we tried to swap to my style of Dota. And it was just like we weren't good at either, realistically. We were like okay at both at best, right? And we made playoff that season, but I think that was truly why we were kicked out. We couldn't find a true style because it was sort of a mixture of how I wanted to play the game and how you wanted to play the game. And I think I truly fucked up that season. I think we were the best team in that season. Like truly off just paper, we were the best team. Blunted was that was like young prime blunted, like young primed blunted. I cannot lie. IPA had him on a leash. We were cooking, but I just didn't show up. Like I couldn't play the game. I don't know really what happened. But it's hard to play under people's play style. Like I think if you look at like Frodo or Calypsis, right? Like good heroic fives, right? They probably can play 4. There may be a reason they don't play together just because they think about Dota differently, right? You look at Hex as well, right? He probably thinks about Dota differently than someone like Frodo or another guy, or I got this, right? So it's hard to play under people, even if you're friends with them and you want to play with them. It's hard to like understand their type of Dota on that same team. Playing against it, you can make counters. You can be like, okay, they're going to ward here, they're going to smoke this time, cool. But it's incredibly hard to play with them and be like just as efficient as that last player, right? Because I was replacing, I think it was Jinx, right? And Jinx
you replaced Cloud
or Cloud. Right. And Cloud was brought up under IPA. Like Cloud is IPA branded. Like, when you think of Cloud, you think IPA. Like that's how it goes. When I think of Jinx, I think of, IPA, like IPA branded. That's IPA Dota. Right. So yeah, it was hard for me. Definitely hard for me. I haven't thought of that. That was a great question.
Dude,
Yeah,
we need the,
so Chev,
we need the Rhino celebrity mom translator app right now. He's like coming in with Jinx and Barmelio. Who are these players, bro?
they're part of the red shit team.
Bro,
You were curious.
Jinx and Barmelio need to make a team. Absolutely.
Right, so Chev, I got my team building lens on, listening to everything Rhino said, and I think it's really hard to build a team and try to make those puzzle pieces fit together. Where Rhino said like ours just didn't quite get to 100%. How do you guys, like you and the rest of your team together? You've played together before, but when you're bringing in randoms or new people or tryouts, like how do you
not
evaluate?
On a team? I don't think, right?
Yeah, we haven't teamed together, but we've played a shit ton of pubs together. Obviously,
I mean, you are teaming together this season,
yeah.
So you've already like decided that. So like when you're looking to build a stack, how do you ensure that you don't have just a bunch of different style differences, which like quite frankly felt like is what happened with you and Spyware last season?
Yeah, so actually, I think that was like a really spot on take from Rhino.
Yeah, they had different styles. Chev liked it when people stay calm and relax, and he did.
All right, chill. We're not gonna go there. First, I think that it is like a really. Like, that's a really good take, Rhino, because I honestly was going to bring that up about you and Blunted in general, is I don't think that your guy, like, you've been successful in 82L, obviously. Blunted is a like, superstar player. He's really good. But I don't think you guys mesh on a team together at all, knowing both of your play styles, because I think that you both kind of look for somebody to... I think that every team, it's really, like, so important to have one player who's going to take charge and be the proactive core on the map. And like want to play aggressively and like proactively. And I don't think Blunted's that kind of player, to be entirely honest. He's not the like, I'm going to go make this macro move, come with me. He's going to play his own game and he's going to show up at the right moments and he's going to like make the plays that he needs to make and make sure he prioritizes his own games, which is also really good. You need somebody who does that on the team too, so that they bring their strengths to whoever the macro game player is. Rhino, I don't think you're the player that does that either, to be honest. Like, I don't think you're this like offlaner who picks Beastmaster and runs up and says, I'm gonna hit this tower and then I'm gonna hit this tower and come to me on the map, guys, and let's play in their jungle. That's not really your style, man. You're like hitting these RPs on Magnus. You're kind of waiting back on Axe and waiting for people to, you're like watching the fight. You're just chilling in the corner. I mean, you're gonna like let your team go in for you. You're gonna let them play up on the map for you. Like, you need a mid laner who's gonna kind of go in and make shit happen and cause chaos so that you can hit the plays you need to hit. And there's nothing wrong with either style. Obviously, one is better than the other in certain metas and whatever, but I think that that's like your style of Dota, and I think that's also Blunted style Dota. So you guys are both just like, somebody do something on the map, please.
It's a great take. No, that's a fantastic take. I think also when I look at like why I play fights like that, I've been captain for so long. I like to call the fight, and I can't call it from the inside. I like to see the whole fight. So I'll look at my replays and I'll just be sitting outside the fight, just calling it, but not like doing shit. Like, I need to be the guy in there. You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard to play Dota like that, but I completely agree.
Yeah,
Blunted
sure.
is just, I completely agree. That was a great take.
And then I mean, like, you also like to play a little bit slower, I think, on the map, like not in a bad way, and like you like to be a little more patient, farm, like wait for shit to happen. And it just, yeah, I think that you guys had a lot of passivity in your team. But back to your question, IPA, I think trying to figure out people whose styles mesh, I think it really is just finding that one player who you're gonna kind of like base your team play around and your draft around. It's usually, I think, whoever your strongest core is and whoever has like the strongest idea in their mind about how they want to play. I mean, you look at it in Pro Dota too. Like Liquid, they just adjusted to how 33 plays the game, and he's like, I want to farm, I want to play slow, I want to pick Doom and get 5 million GPM, and then play like this, and then they just play like that, and they do whatever works best for them, and then they won TI. I think for us, it's Jax. Jax is like, yeah, I think one, he's like, if not like the best player in the division. I know this is like gonna come off as glaze right now, but he's really good. He makes the game super fucking easy to play. He makes my game really free because he gives me space to move around the map on pause 4, and kind of like play Dota how I want to, but also like have somebody to play with. And then we have Blunted, who can kind of just like also vibe and play his own game and play for himself. And then, Bernie will show up and hit some towers at the end of the game if we're lucky. Who knows? But yeah, I think it's like a lot about finding play styles that work in terms of a like having somebody really proactive and then like adjusting to their play style. Especially on supports. Like I think Rusty and I just try to make our cores games as easy as possible, and it's been pretty smooth flowing so far. Like we're 8 or 9 scrims in maybe, and I think we're like 6-2 or something like that.
Easy games, guys. Winning every game.
They're not gonna like build a big ego now, but I think our team is it's fun. We're having a good time. I'm adjusting to the role pretty well. We'll see when the actual season starts, and when we start losing and games get hard. That's when you like are really tested. But yeah, I hope
Won't
that
happen.
answers that question for you.
We're strong. We're good. Won't
see.
lose.
Um,
I do think having a vocal core that's like an alpha is important.
yeah,
Definitely. I've been on some.
Big Brother Jax.
Yeah, big bro, little bro is very helpful. I think because he's a smart guy, and if you listen to him, it's usually the right thing. But I think you want like one vocal support and one vocal core usually, because one support, like especially pause 5, is going to be dictating vision and being like, okay guys, play here, got a ward, got a smoke, let's set up here, let's gank this guy here, let's go to Roche, I've got vision. Do you think that's important? I will say you definitely can get into situations like what Chev was referencing, where I think the most common is a team's too passive. I've been on some teams like that a while ago. Not more so like the golf era, because a lot of those guys, like Bob and some others, are pretty animalistic in the way they just kind of want to brawl caveman style. They're not really like farm heavy players or anything. But when we had the Golf Monday stack with Sejorm, I think he was a very passive, kind of early Chev era mid laner, I think, where they don't take a lot of initiative and like to farm kind of a bit, don't make a ton of rotations, which I think that can work if you build around it, but we didn't really build around it, so it just was kind of a flop. But once we replaced with a more active mid laner that maybe honestly might not have been quite as skilled mechanically, but fit our team a lot better and was more willing to like be a bit more sacrificial, a bit more active early on, was very helpful. So I think sometimes you just got to feel it out. For me, the past few seasons, I've had an enjoyable experience regardless once I'm just playing with friends and people that I like. Golf Monday last season with HRI, and now in these scrims with this new stack. So I feel like as I'm aging and have some more experience under my belt, I'm valuing that more versus like the pure sweat of trying to win. And honestly, we've seen enough friend stacks win where maybe the sum was greater than the parts, that I think there is some serious value in that. It's not only like the good vibes, making it so that people don't want to give up so easily and like willing to battle through stuff because you're having fun with friends, but also I think it's easier to be honest and critical in a way that's productive when you're playing with friends versus someone you don't know as well. It's harder to maybe give them the honest truth. Like, just to go back to that example when we were playing with Sejorm, probably wasn't quite as comfortable saying, like, hey, I don't know that you're playing the right style that's helping us, or I don't know that you're making the right moves in that, like, 8 to 12 minute mark. It's harder, but when you add a friend into the mix, it's easier to say, like, hey, come here at this time. You need to do this better. Like, I've played with Bernie a lot now. I feel he's more receptive to me now when I give him a piece of criticism than he used to be when maybe we were a bit more not as close. And I think it's been really helpful for us growing as a lane partner. So those are my thoughts on the matter.
Yeah, I think it's also IPA. You might relate to this, but I think that there's also a level of like trust that goes into teams as well. Like, I think now I kind of have made a decision that I only want to play with people that I know pretty well and have played a lot of games with, because last season the only person that I really had trust in was Lorenzo, because I had played with him before, and I didn't really like Clarkles didn't play a lot of pubs. He wasn't really playing a ton of Dota. I didn't really know him that well. I mean, like, I like Clarkles. I think he's a good player and has a lot of potential, but I didn't have I don't think that we all had full undying faith in each other. I didn't feel trust in like Spyror for obvious reasons, and I don't think he felt trust in me. I don't think that there wasn't a lot of trust within the team, and I think when you don't have that, it's too easy to be like, fuck this, I'm gonna play my own game and just try to get what I can off the map, and like I have to be the one to carry and whatever. And I think that everybody kind of had the mentality last season on my team, and that was a large part of why we didn't do well. And now I think like something that I'm trying to be really intentional about is to have a ton of trust in teammates. It's really easy when you have someone who's like a god like Jax and Blunted to carry my dog ass. But I think also like in one of our scrims that was pretty hard, we were doing a little bit of trolling, but also I think that Rusty was a bit like, guys, come here, do this now, let's go. But I think that a lot of the times, while like those plays are really important and you just have to trust the call when they happen, you also have to give a lot of like trust in your teammate, especially I think your mid laner. I know this from playing mid. You have to give your mid laner space to play the game the way he wants to. So I'm trying to be really intentional about just like letting Blunted play his own game, because I know he'll pop off. Like, I know he's not just gonna sit back and like AFK farm like I used to do, and like not have a ton, like take a space and not have impact. If he has the space, he will have a fuck ton of impact in the game. So I trust him to just, if he wants to show up to the fight, he shows up. If he wants to go farm the opposite side of the map, go for it. Like, whatever you think is the best call, do it in that moment, and we'll talk about it later. But just have like full undying faith in your teammates, I think, is like a really good recipe for a successful team. That was a lot, but between Rusty and I hope we answered your questions about our team building.
Yeah.
Word.
It's your show. I wasn't
No
trying to take it over.
noobs.
No
No
noobs.
noobs.
Good. Yeah, no noobs.
I don't want noobs.
What about you, IPA? We haven't heard a lot about your team this season. I actually don't even know who's on it or what division you're in. So why don't you take the floor for a little bit and talk to me about team building for you, what it's been like now that you're kind of like I know you said you wanted to maybe take a season off of captaining.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Okay.
It never does.
It's really interesting. It worked out in the mini, and I always try to take advantage of this in the mini, where I will be like what I would kind of call a second captain, where I'd say for our team, I was still doing the bulk of the scouting this mini. providing all that info to the team, and then making recommendations on all bans and picks prior to the actual draft. And then in the draft, I was trying to just be a player where I would make suggestions, say, hey, I think you've picked 2 backline supports, so I think position 3 has to be like a Hardy initiation. These are the 5 heroes that I think I play best that fulfill that role, and then allow the person clicking the buttons to like make that choice. Which is like I think the sweet spot for me. And quite frankly, if I had a very aggressive shot caller, I think that'd be a lot of fun to play with. Because there's a certain, I don't know if you guys have experienced this before, but sometimes when you're both a shot caller in the macro sense and the core player, you can really get lost in the sauce a little bit, and I feel like it hurts your gameplay as a core. I think there's just too much to focus on from a macro perspective if you're trying to be super efficient in farm, and you're going to end up tuning out one or the other. So for me, I was hoping to get that. That's not the case this season, but I may not be playing core every game. So really my only goal when creating a team this season is I wanted to lane with Cloud. That was kind of like the basis of creating the team. I was talking to Core a lot about playing in Champ this season, and there are a couple of sacks that were a potential for that. And I think they would have been pretty competitive and good fun, but it just didn't work out for me in the end, and I was still trying to fit in a team that also fit Cloud. So end of this very long story is that ended up finding 2, I think, very value players for the Conqueror calculator in Fatality and Black Up. Both legends, so actually technically below the floor, but I know both of them. I played with both of them before, and in addition to being good value at their rank, like I just enjoy them as people. So then knowing Cloud and I were going to lane together in the safe lane with some mix of roles, the only thing left to find was really a 3 or a 4. Fatality's a capable 3 player, so I realized I could have gotten a 4 as well. So I'd been messaging a bunch of people, and it was getting really frustrating because like every single person that I was hoping to team with was like Divine 4, like just above the cap or something like that. So like a good example was Battle God was looking for a team, and I thought that would have been like a really good get for us as position 3. Really would have kind of rounded out the roster. So I'd like reach out to people like, hey, like how much pubs are you playing? Like what's your rank trajectory? Like, you know, tell me, are you looking for a team? Do you think there's a chance? And most of it didn't play out. I was practicing for the mini in pubs, and I was like losing like every single game. So I was kind of telling people like, look, I don't know what's about to happen here. I may or may not D rank to Ancient 5. I might say a Divine 1. So I just had like 3 people that I was talking to hoping to fill last spot, and Phoenix ended up fitting perfectly after I did unfortunately D rank. And so it just kind of set it up to fit perfectly. And I didn't know 5 days up until the end of the season who was actually going to fill that spot in the roster.
Word. I'm a big Phoenix fan. But he's playing offlane for you, or you got a team of 2 mid players? Are you gonna flex?
He's playing offlane because now Black Up told me he can play every hero all roles. So you know we'll see about that.
One of those.
Yeah.
Did I hate those people are just sorry, I love Black Up. You know this. He's fucking wrong. You can't
except for support. He said he can't play support.
You can't play all heroes all roles. It's just you won't play as good.
Nah, but
I agree with that. Even the greats have their weaknesses.
Anyway, not to derail.
Yeah.
Keep going. You can keep going.
Really, to answer your question is Phoenix will be primarily playing 3, I think. But I mean, I don't dismiss the fact that I think having him being able to play mid on certain heroes or certain matchups is a huge strength that we can utilize if we want to.
Yeah. Cool. Sounds like a good team, I think.
Yeah, you know, if you need to swap one Viper player for another Viper player, I could see that being a huge strategic advantage.
What do you guys think? Viper first phase banned against us all season?
Honestly,
No,
probably.
Hero's pretty weak.
I could see it being first phase banned because it's Conquer and the hero's annoying, and I actually don't think it's that bad.
I think it's fine in certain games.
Yeah. I think it's fine
It's
if you
not
play around
great.
I think they can make it work. I mean, Phoenix has made it work in the past when it was a worse hero, so now that you can flex it, I don't know.
True.
Could be good. Well, cool. I wish you guys luck in Conquer. You're staying down there in the trenches. Rhino hoping to move up to champ. Maybe you're going to be the only podcast member left in the shithole that is Conqueror. Very fun.
Really bad community of people I dislike.
But we didn't really get to hear about your mini experience. So how was that? I'm playing on Team Curly Eater, making it to finals. I meant to ask this earlier, but
Yeah, I talked about it a little bit in the introductions, but I think the biggest thing for me is just trying to meet new people. I actually that was another player is my mid laner, who is on a champ team. I think Dork Horse.
Was that Angry Son?
He no. Hina is
Gops.
Yeah, it's Gops, but Hina is the name on the website. I was trying to recruit him because he was looking for a position 3, and I was like, hey, do you think this is gonna work out? And so there were just a bunch of these different players. I swear every single person was Divine 5 or Divine 4, and the rank reduction in Conqueror really made it difficult. But I mean, in the end of the day, I enjoyed everyone I played with. I think things felt a little different in the finals because we were obviously undefeated up until that point, and nothing shines a light on everyone's mental psyche losing, especially when you're getting pretty stomped in those games.
100%.
So, and mostly that's introspective because I am fully aware that I have much more fun and I'm much more pleasurable to be around when I'm winning. And I could just feel the tone in my voice change as I was kind of looking around man, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. We got to change something up. And I kind of our little post chat, I'm not going to call it a post-mortem, but basically why did we lose was, yeah, we just felt like they were all around a better team. But we just didn't feel like we had the team play that we had all through the group stage and in the playoffs. So in general, I really enjoyed playing with everyone. I really think Giraffe, the legend position 4 that I played with, was a standout player, especially for his rank. So shout out Giraffe.
Who would you say was the big difference maker for Rhino's team to bring him to the victory? Who was was it offlane diff?
I actually want to hear that. That's a good question.
So I personally think a lot of it was draft diff. At least, which is interesting watching
Rhino go to drafter. Hello.
I think watching my work this season.
Yeah, watching Zen's cast, they didn't think that. But
I actually thought Rhino had really good drafts too from looking at Dota Buff.
Did I? Yeah. I looked at the Dota Buff and I thought Rhino wasn't drafting because I thought they were good. Oh,
real shit, bro. Real shit.
I was like, yo, this guy's got the crown? What the fuck?
I think Rhino drafts are usually either a stroke of genius or complete grief.
No, that's true. That's true.
I don't think there's. Right. I don't think it's often in the middle.
Right. That's all right.
All right, but if you had to give a player a diff for this one on their team, who was it?
Yeah, this feels really weird, but I actually thought the Ancient 2 player in mid was the diff player, and the biggest reason I say that is because that's where we had a rank and a half of advantage. We had a Divine 4 versus an Ancient 2, so going into it, you think, all right, this is the lane that we're supposed to win and build momentum off of, and I think the sniper versus SF, I think he won by over 1K at 10 minutes.
Who is he? Which hero?
Magoom. I don't know, how do you say it, Rhino?
He was the sniper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sniper and storm. Which neither of them were surprise picks for us in the draft. But that was, so to me that was the difference where I expected our mid laner to dominate. And it just didn't play out that way. No shade to him or anything, but I wasn't upset if we lost the offlane, for example. Maruni is an immortal safe laner. Fatality and Giraffe are pretty evenly matched in support. So, and we did pretty well, either winning or drawing in the offlane most of the time, it felt like. But yeah, that safe lane, Rhino and Hulk really put on a show. So, it's really hard to say because while one player might be the diff, our whole takeaway was that it was a team diff.
Yeah.
And that's how it felt playing it to me personally.
Fully, I I know earlier I said the drafting, the IRO, in-game lead was all me, but the play and the motherfuckers pressing buttons, that was all them. They they showed up every game, and that's all I could ask for it. Like any team, in my opinion, Hulk put on a show. The mid laner pool, control, he's a monster. Someone should go pick him up right now. He is not his rank.
Yeah,
well,
I saw
they
that guy
can't.
popping off.
That boy is cold.
Wait, did you say Hulk?
No control.
No.
Oh,
Our
control.
mid laner.
Control.
I know Hulk.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
know
good,
Hulk
he's
has some
good.
complications. Yeah, but Hulk did his thing. Like I knew Hulk had everything to prove, right? With the RE2O shit popping off and some drama on his name and shit. And every game I told him that. Like, I feel like a part of being a captain is knowing what makes your players go, right? Like, I think I told him, I was like, yo, you have everything to prove. Like no one expects you to play well. No one like really cares if you do anyways. You feel me? Like, so you got all this slat on your name. You might as well just like go crazy. Every game, go crazy. You know what I mean? He did. I feel like a lot of the heat on his name may have got taken off of that because he proved like he can still play Dota. Like at the end of the day, if you're good at Dota, a lot of the heat gets taken off you in the amateur community. So I would just hype him up every day. And Fatality, I feel like he has that underdog mentality, chip on his shoulder mentality all the time. And I told him, like, yo, prove it right now. Like this is your time, So I love that in players. I love that. I love that shit so much. Like I feel like I never got that with Blunted until he started screaming. Then I was like, okay, I found Blunted. Right? Like that was Blunted. I know our play style is misaligned, but now I know, like, okay, Blunted's a dog. Like that motherfucker's a dog. He's gonna die on the Rift for his team every time. So yeah, I like that. I like that shit. And that's how I don't know what the question was, but that's how I team build. And that's how I wanted to go into mini. And that's how I played the game against IPA. Oh, that was the question. Yeah, that's how I played the game. Every game. It was a team game. Like I knew, and I went into it. I told Rusty, I was like, we have no weak links. We have no weak links. Like
We're gonna go in, bro.
We're gonna go in every game with 5 motherfuckers that can kill. Every game we're gonna go in with 5 motherfuckers that can kill. And I told them that. Like, no, every content piece was like, they have no star. I'm like, we have 5 stars. Like, bro, like every game we have 5 motherfuckers. Like, and it felt like that. Like, I'm glad IPA said that, because every game we needed that. We couldn't have not one motherfucker not show up against these 2 immortal stacks. Like, we couldn't not have Fatality not show up. We couldn't have me not show up. Every game, everyone needed to be on point, or we were gonna lose. And
looks like you got Fatal to not be griefing games, which is cool. I don't know how you did that.
Oh wait, Fatal?
Ooh? Yeah, Fatal.
Fatality,
dude. Fatal. I mean, he is either like playing fantastic or like straight griefing.
What's your take on this?
I'm not.
Yeah.
This is not full flame. I'm saying that sometimes he plays great, and sometimes he looks like he's asleep at his keyboard.
This is not full flame? Like, it's just a little flame? Like, it's just a Zippo? Like,
no, like I'm saying you don't know what version of Fatality you're going to get. I'm talking like about this from my pubs with him, because I haven't played with him in officials or anything. But playing against him in officials, and also being, I know he's like a lower rank. He's like Legend 5 or something like that. But playing with him in pubs, sometimes I'm like, dude, this guy is the GOAT. Like, he is playing so fucking well. When he plays Venge and like Pudge and shit like that, he's like owned in pubs with me. And then some games I'm like, why are you 0-18 just walking down lanes right now? Like, what are you doing?
Message Rhino.
The IPA was saying he was doing the devil's lettuce. That would explain it.
What's the secret?
He has like he's got a very small target for how much he smokes. Yeah, let me tell you.
I see. Okay.
He's got the sweet spot. If he hits the sweet spot, he's like divine. Outside of the sweet spot, you never know what you're gonna get.
I think just set the tone. Oh, that's what I would do. Started flaming him when he started feeding. Like,
all right, is that how you
tone.
Did you bully him to make him play Ogre? Because I literally asked him to play Ogre in the playoffs last season. He's like, nah, I'm not playing that hero.
Hospitality, we're not losing this game. You're playing Ogre.
All right. Not asking is a way.
I know in 6 games accomplished more than IPA after like 3 years.
IPA's too nice. You just gotta go. What?
You're playing this. If you don't pick this hero, you're kicked right now. I'll go to my looking for team for me.
Bro, my team yells at me if I say I don't want to play Lich in a scrim.
After Shamrock MD12 season, the Lance season, where I didn't get not one sale on my hero, No one gets say on a hero on my teams anymore. Absolutely no one. I pick most of your heroes. Sham was like, "You're playing this," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna lay with this."
Yeah, we made finals.
We went crazy, and
Yeah.
we went crazy. But that's how I'm running all my teams because we went to finals, and now I won finals with that shit. No one gets say in draft.
Samurai, great drafter. That guy will just like he won't even talk to you about it. He'll like
The
say
best
something
player
a
in
little
golf
bit.
is Samurai.
click it.
That's facts.
I mean, yeah, obviously. That's not hot
Of
take.
like the inner circle, he definitely is. Yes.
Yeah.
I would say of the outer circle too. That's man.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people in this Discord.
You're getting to like the Jamie /
Sham versus Jamie would be a debate.
I think Jamie.
Yo, you glazed Jamie. You glazed Jamie too much.
I think Jamie's got it.
You glazed Jamie too much.
I think look at the matchups last season. Jamie was better in the officials.
Jamie does go crazy though. Jamie does go crazy.
Yeah, you got some heavy hitters in there, but all right, we're coming up on an hour here, so I want to ask you guys quick. So I don't know if you've done. I haven't really. This is the first season I have not been paying too much attention just because I've been like really fucking busy. I didn't even know Benny was still playing. But in skimming the teams that you've looked at so far between Conquer and Champion for your respective leagues, Rhino, for this purpose, we'll put you in Conk since you're playing next week. What team do you guys think just looks like scary, basically? Like who's the threat for you? You can say your own team if you want to also, but IPA, let's start with you to close it out.
Well, Rhino might be standing in for them, but I think the front runner should be Savage Spirits, despite their challenges in the Dota ranked matchmaking. I mean, they looked incredibly good last year when the rank weights were higher, and they have the same roster. So, I mean, I think they should be seen as the front runners, and I think anything less than a championship so Benny can actually retire would be a letdown for them.
Okay. What about you, Rhino? What do you think?
I'd say Grin Scythe. I mean, Savage Spirits with me, like it looks really strong, but Grin Scythe. If we take out Sandins,
are you
Grin
trolling?
Scythe looks really good.
A classic Rhino, absolutely shit take. All right,
Yeah,
let's take a look at
guys. I can
Grin
scout
Scythe,
talent.
dude,
I can scout talent. Listen to this lineup. Listen
No,
to this
no.
absolutely stacked lineup.
We got
Hexy.
Simba. No. We got
Simba.
Simba.
Markles.
Bruh.
Come on, maybe we're bringing heavy hitters.
heavy hitters.
And then to bring
Who's
it
the
up,
heavy hitter in that
to
team?
bring it up, Gray Bush. This stack, okay. This stack will be good. Come on, guys. It is calm.
Right.
Who is the
It's
heavy hitter
called
on that
Hexy.
team?
Hexy.
Did you just
Oh
name the
my
warrior
God.
team plus a player who consistently drops from champion after he like loses in like second round of playoffs?
Yo.
Actually, actually true.
If Clarkus
Actually
plays
true.
Dota, this team should be. I think this team's a top 5 team. I don't
I'm
think
just
that's
excited for Clarkos to
He's
stop.
not going to.
Dude, I'm just excited for Clarkos to stop sucking off Hexy after this season because he's gonna realize how toxic he is on a team and then be like, "Oh, you were right. Bye."
If Clarkles doesn't play, I got MHKFC going far.
Bro,
12's
this
revenge
is
season.
literally Hexy 1v9, and Hexy is not that good. I'm sorry.
In Conk, this is a weak mid season. Like, look at these mids, man. These mids are sorry.
All right, Clarkos a good dude. I hope he has a good experience this season.
Yeah, I can
I'm
get
here-
behind that. I
I'm-
like Clarkles personally.
I'm here if you
Listen,
want to talk,
I think
bro.
Clarkles is good. Who was on the road to improvement, but you can't improve if you don't practice. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that team has a lot of a breadth of knowledge, and they've played a lot of
Brother,
competitive.
Simba, their support is Legend 1, dog.
It's dude. That dude's always in the Discord. Graybush is a nowhere.
Always in the Discord.
Graybush is a
now I
nowhere.
know they're fucked. They're always in the Discord. They're not typed in Dota. They're typing in the fucking 82 on
Hey,
Discord.
when this team,
Jesus
I have this team.
Christ.
Let's say this: I have this team over under 6 wins. I got the over on that.
Wins. That's less than 500 record, Rhino. Oh.
Dude, you got
I
Rusty
mean,
swallowing
listen.
his mic right now.
All right, I will give my honest take. They are like a They are an upper bracket contender. I would not say they are the best team. Conquer looks very weak this season.
That's over 6 wins.
This season looks really weak. I think Savage, I would agree, is probably the front runner.
I don't think
Slug Bears, Chewy Gang look alright, but overall I'd say pretty weak.
I mean,
I like-
IPA should
I
run
like
this season.
Chewy Gang's team.
Yeah, Chewy Gang looks
I
pretty good. I was
like
also gonna
Chewy
say
Gang.
Chewy Gang, but I think my take is probably IPA's team, the North American
Fred
part.
said he's not playing Dota. Fred said he's literally not playing Dota. He's only showing up to officials.
Yeah, but their safe lane is good, and this Icicle guy plays in a lot of higher leagues, like Lads played in Champ, I think.
Emphatic is a monster.
Played in
I mean,
the mid.
this team's gonna
They're
be
good. They're good.
This team's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I think they're solid.
It's Chewy Gang, and then it's probably IPA's team. To be honest, I think that like Phoenix, Black Up, Cloud, IPA, like Fatality, depending on how much weed he smokes, is definitely really good. Like I think you're being a little too humble with your not even talking about your team IPA. You guys
I think
will be very good.
We haven't
Teams-
played in four people playing off role yet, so I think we're gonna have to see like how it actually meshes because I just don't think we know yet. So the other team is Easy Youngblood. We saw them introduce themselves in Discord as like people who haven't really played competitive Dota yet, and they're pretty new to the game. All I'm saying is if you're actually new to competitive Dota, go one of two ways. You realize that 82L is a different beast than ranked pubs, and people are on average much better than what you're used to playing against. Or two, I mean, you never know. This could be a Breaking Ben level team.
Breaking Ben level.
Already with the allegations. Haven't even played a single game.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is so
That's pretty
funny.
funny.
That's dark.
All right. moving
Hell
on a
yeah!
bit.
I hope they are. I hope they are.
Wild Daddy will come to the rescue. Do not worry.
Teams with continuity, I think, are good.
That's why I do rate Team Nap. I rate them highly. I rate Savage highly.
First week they have a bye week.
I rate
Oh,
Dr.
yeah,
Spike the Dota. I rate Dr. Spike the Dota Doctor, Chev's stalker. Probably sent Chev a piece of his hair in the mail.
All right. Let's move on. Rusty, I don't know if
He
you've had.
sent Steph some photos of his house recently.
We are moving on. Rusty
Dota
Shackelford,
Doctor.
listen.
Yeah.
We got,
You rate them highly, though. I think they actually are good.
I think they're good.
Everyone's to get clapped on Thursday.
I think they'll be upper bracket. Watch.
all right. Upper bracket
Okay,
could be
okay.
real.
Oh,
In
Start off the
Champ,
season-
let me answer
Okay.
in Champ.
Wait,
Let me answer in Champ.
First up. Let me ask first. So there's 16 teams in Champ. Unfortunately, we
I'd
got
also like to answer.
There's 15.
15
One of them's
teams.
bye.
We got a bye week.
And one of them might get removed. Team Awesome may get removed if they don't get their games in, I think.
Okay.
Like, I think they were purposely given the bye week, said finish your rank games. If you don't, you'll probably get removed.
Very cool. Let's hope that happens. Fuck bye weeks. So 15, potentially 14 teams in Champ. I think it's like the most teams that any season's had in a while, or any division's had in a while. So it should be really competitive. It's an Immortal League that most people, according to the key content that was posted, that I like saw for a half a second, most teams are up there at like the 0, like signing up at 0. So it's gonna be really competitive. Some good names in here. Rusty, who is the threat for you? Again, you can say your own team if you want.
I do. Okay. I will
like
get
the
out
answer
of the
too.
way. I think Family of Golf is one of the stronger teams, just based on how our scrims have gone and the respect I have for Blunted, Chev, Bernie, and Jax. I think that's 4 really good players, and they generally listen to me, which is nice. Going back to Rhino's point, so thank you. And and Meta Slave, so that helps. Oog Boys, aka Wasted, always good. They've been in the grand finals every time for a reason. I think they'll again probably make finals. If I had to bet, they're probably one of the best teams. They always seem to make it there. Oog Boys, I got them. And I'll
Dude,
give
he
you
said
one right now.
Team.
Only one more.
I'll
said
give you
one
one more.
team.
You can say one more.
Okay, well, I'll give you one more. 2 Monkey Association. Okay? I've played against a couple of these guys. This guy, Barnabas, aka the Boiling Frog, is very good. He is apparently adjusted in Lads. He's really good. I played against him. He's a game changer.
Formerly
Sick
ranked
Nasty.
900.
Oh my god,
Formerly
this
ranked
team is going
900.
to be fucking insane.
Sick Nasty. He's pretty good. He's
How
pretty
did this
good.
team get allowed?
And Staples is pretty good as well.
We are allowing former ranked 900 NA players in champ. Very
Subwoofer.
good. Very good.
Okay, listen. I know admins did their due diligence about this guy, and
Okay.
it's all good. So don't
All right.
sweat it. Don't
Good
sweat
stuff. Good stuff.
Okay,
I
can
mean,
I
it. And
answer
I
this
played
question?
against him. I've played against him. He'll be one of the better players in the league. I don't know if he'll be the absolute number one. Probably top 5. But that's okay. There's got to be good players no matter what.
I will take this. I will take this question.
This will be a
Actually,
strong
wait,
team, though.
before you answer, Rhino,
Two monkeys.
Before you answer, Rhino, I think we got like really strong offlaners in champ. Smack.
Yeah, a lot of
Smack,
them.
Jax,
Smack,
this
Jax, this guy.
Are we
Yeah.
serious?
Kelly.
Kelly. Yeah, actually, offlane might be the most stacked role in
Are
champ.
we
For sure.
serious?
Hold up.
I just listed 4 really good players.
Nah,
Rusty.
those guys. You missed it. 2 really good players.
All right. What?
No, I listed 4.
That's,
2.
No, we listed like 5. Rusty, give me one team right now that you're taking to the finals to win it all.
Edge Timber.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Come
you take my
on.
team? Are you take my team? You're weird. You take my team?
No, I'm one team to the finals, Ook Boys, because they're always
Okay.
there. And they'll probably get
Shit.
second to whoever else makes it there.
That's true.
So I'll go Ook Boys.
For those
I'll
of you who
predict
don't know,
Ook Boys versus either the family or the monkeys.
For those of you who don't know, Smack and Saul have been in finals together, I think, past like 4 or 5 seasons in a row. They come in second every time.
Saul's gotten second, I think, 4 times. Smack, I think, at least twice, maybe 3 times.
Word.
All right.
All
So
right, Rhino, go ahead. I know you want to speak.
there is 2 teams that are S tier, SS plus tier in this league.
Oh god.
I don't think it's as close as everyone's saying.
Okay.
2 Monkey Association should be heroic. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. These motherfuckers are not their actual rank. I know I've played a lot of games against these motherfuckers. I've played at MD12 finals
Yeah,
against
they're
4
MD12
of these motherfuckers.
sandbaggers. Yeah.
4
for
of these
sure.
motherfuckers I've played the finals against and lost. Right? And we were on a 6 stack. These motherfuckers are gross. I have them SS plus. And then Ook Boys stack. Gross stack. Insane stack. Smack. You know, I watch his replays. He's a good player. And yeah, just a good old stack. And then my A team tiers.
No. We said 2.
Okay, those are my 2.
Who's your number 1? Is it going to be 2 monkeys?
2 Monkey. Oh my goodness, they
All
may
right.
smack the league.
Word.
Bro, these MD12 sandbaggers, man.
These
What can you
motherfuckers
do?
are insane. If they take the league serious, they may just forfeit finals. Who knows?
Fair.
These are the same guys.
My take for it is probably something no one's talked about yet, but I think Flying Beavers is going to be way up there. So they get the Chev Glaze of the preseason week 1. The Marooney plus Fathom Org stack with Bagged Milk. Former, I think, Beignet Boys guy. So
Yes, correct.
yeah, Beignet Boys are cool dudes. I think these guys are going to be really good. Fathom can play well when he wants to. Boring, but good. And Marooney obviously is a beast. So
It's a good stack. I like to take.
yeah,
I think they are borderline upper bracket, but I got them like 8 wins, I think.
okay.
Let me ask you
Alright.
guys, what do you think about Team Maximus?
Have not been impressed when we played against them.
Yeah, they
Scrimmed
were
him? Okay.
Couple times.
Oh yeah, no, they're
Oh,
I
no,
have
these
heard
boys are
this-
sorry.
I've-
These boys are sorry.
No. I've heard this guy Kaki is good though, so
Yeah, he looks.
No,
His
I've
account
watched
looks like
that
he would
game.
be pretty.
I
insane.
actually think Kakashi or Kaki or whatever he's called might be an improvement
talking about
over
the
who they had
team.
before.
We're not talking about players. The team
I-
is sorry.
yeah.
So I was asking some folks that were like trying out for this team and stuff, and I think they are inconsistent, and I think they didn't match up well against us.
This was Balby's tryout team.
Yeah, this is both.
Right.
And they kicked Balby lost person, and then they picked up a new 5 and a new 3,
Correct.
and they still kept their mid. I mean, this team's sorry. The team together, if they're listening, is sorry. Y'all are sorry as fuck. The players individually.
Guys, call
don't
Rhino and get replaced. Okay, he will
You need
say.
to
he-
offer there, let me know.
Yeah, Rhino's back at his boy Bolby. I feel you.
I think they will be a bubble team, like maybe make playoffs, maybe not.
Their mid reminds me of how Hexy plays the game, where he plays super selfishly and builds weird items and then throws the game for his team. but is like has a good stat line and like is trying to kill people and shit or whatever. And then their mid is probably one of the worst laners I've ever seen play the game at his rank. So I don't know. I don't really have faith. I don't think this team's gonna be good at all. Why did you ask?
Horrible,
Why did you
man.
ask?
That's
IPA?
so harsh.
It's terrible.
I was just looking through the rosters. I thought that Kaki's guy account looked like he'd be pretty insane. So
I think that's harsh, but I have heard that Kaki was good. So
By the way, I have watched all of Family Over Golf scrims. I am their #1 fan. So I take all my takes from their scrims.
Okay.
If you have questions about my takes, it's from their scrims.
Yeah,
They got
we look
slapped.
good, right?
They're
We're winning
horrible.
every game, bro.
That Maximus team is horrible. Family Over Golf is an A-tier team. They're probably top 3, top 4.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Anything else you guys got before we close it out and let you all go to bed?
Yeah, shout out to Team Discovery and shout out to Rack Shack. I want to play Edge Timber. I want to kill your ass, Edge Timber. I'm going to beat your ass if we play. You better hope you don't see me coming, bro. You know I boosted your ass to Immortal. I know you're hiding, bro. Come out.
You guys got anything?
Nah, I hope we play Rack Shack. I want to play them a lot.
Yeah, me
And
too.
Mochi,
That will be a golf cast. I will put on a golf
War.
cast for that. Holy shit, that would
There's
be...
a lot. There's a lot of lore between those.
There's
two
a
teams.
lot at stake. There's a lot
not-
at stake for that team. There's
Yeah.
a lot at stake for both those teams. I can't lie.
Like
I
it's
can't
not
lie.
just me. It's not just me, Bernie, playing with Bob in the past and all that. Like there's a lot of lore.
Yeah,
There's a lot of lore.
There's the
A
insane
ton.
chaos versus Rusty Shackleford. Ooh.
Bro, I might have to pull in a secret stand-in for that
Who was
one.
right? Who was left? I can't lie.
Might have to pull in a secret stand-in
Everything's on the line for golf.
just for one week.
That game may need a banner. I may make a banner for that. A movie banner.
We need
That's
the
some
movie
cinema.
poster like
That's actual
the
cinema.
Marvel shit.
The
you know?
Marvel shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's cinema.
Yeah, right now we
Holy-
gotta get
I hope
you
it happens.
casting games
But
out here.
honestly, now that we've said that we want it so bad, it probably won't happen.
Nah.
The admins got to be able to schedule.
Here's the
shit.
thing. There's 15 teams we could play. We're only guaranteed to play 7. So it's like 50% chance basically.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
we're
I think-
like similar tiers that we might actually run into each other is the good part.
Yeah, maybe I could see
I
it
got
being
Rat
like a
Shack
week
in that
5.
here too. Yeah.
I could see it like week 5, week 6 matchup for sure.
Let's hope for week 2, baby. IPA, you got
I don't know.
anything,
They have
Emily?
a tough matchup. Honestly, maybe we do too. A lot of unknowns on Ozone's team. There
When's
could be some
Champton,
really good guys
Rusty?
on there. So
Yeah, when is Shanton?
Wednesday.
Let me hop in that. Let me hop in that.
Okay.
Please.
Okay,
Let him
come
hop in.
through.
Okay. I'll hop in.
All right, these guys, when they're done yapping, IPA, you got anything before we close it out?
yeah, bro. Good luck with your games this week. I look forward to following Champ through you guys.
Thanks, man. Good luck to you
Should
too.
be great.
And go Birds.
Go Birds. Shout out Heroic. All my Heroic guys. We will be covering Heroic, man. Tap into us. Subscribe to Mine for the Game. A lot of you motherfuckers are not subbed. Sub the fuck up.